Ladies and gentlemen, I am in possession of a court summon that has been issued against a controversial YouTuber Dhruv Rathee.
ध्रुव राठी ने मुझे वायलेंट कहा है, अब्यूजिव कहा है, ट्रोल कहा है और ये कहा है कि माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने अपने घर पे मुझे आमंत्रित किया था.
Controversial YouTuber Dhruv Rathee, I'm saying because this summon today carries a lot of weight on an appeal of a 50-year-old Mumbai-based man who is not only suffering from 55% physical disability but was mentally harassed as claimed by a man called Dhruv Rathee, who has accused him of committing violence in a video. This 50-year-old man, ladies and gentlemen, Suresh Nakhua, whom Dhruv Rathee has called repeatedly violent, is a father of 2 young girls. He has impairment in his legs during walking. This man, Suresh Nakhua, who is being bullied by Dhruv Rathee, had once secured a legal victory in 1993 when he ensured reservation for the physically handicapped in colleges in Maharashtra. This man, Suresh Nakhua, has also been working part-time as BJP spokesperson, but he was reduced to an undignified, vitriolic and disturbing commentary by Dhruv Rathee. Dhruv Rathee, who believes he can attack just anyone in this country viciously and unapologetically, usually targets and then harasses his opponents who do not subscribe to his ideology. Let me also tell you that he is often seen actually abusive trolls and stand-up comedians on several videos. This video which he has used was titled My Reply to Godi YouTubers Elvish Yadav Dhruv Rathee on his own platform on YouTube. But before that, let's today first look at the court summons against Dhruv Rathee, which now many believe is the first legal step to put this man under a legal scrutiny that he has been given an ostensible and clear, unwavering support to just post anything and get away with bypassing every law of this country. Of course, that happened either with connivance of YouTube or with the political parties that he shares his ideology with. Now let me read the order of the court. The order by the Circuit Court is actually a today strong response finally by a judge for the first time since last 10 or 15 years that Dhruv Rathee has been posting and making such videos to mislead country's youth, I would say. He wants to mislead them as he wants to ostensibly addict them to his drug-like sermons. I would say drug-like sermons. The court summon today particularly is against allegedly this defamatory video posted by Dhruv Rathee on his YouTube. The same YouTube, I would say, which today is being accused by several in this country for allegedly shadow banning, restricting views and also demonetizing videos of those YouTubers whose political ideology doesn't match with that of either Google or YouTube sitting in the US. Despite the fact that they are running a rupees 16,000 crore industry in this country from this very space, and perhaps they allegedly want to interfere in India's electoral systems by cleverly siding with men like Dhruv Rathee. Before I proceed further, I want you to listen to this man, the physically disabled victim Suresh Nakhua, who has dragged successfully Dhruv Rathee to the court and also got summons issued to him. He speaks to our legal correspondent Atul Krishna on how Dhruv Rathee has tormented him.
जुलाई महीने के पहले वीक में ध्रुव राठी ने ये वीडियो डाली थी जिसमें मेरे कुछ मित्रों ने मेरा ध्यान दर्शाया इस पे कि ध्रुव राठी ने मुझे वायलेंट कहा है, अब्यूजिव कहा है, ट्रोल कहा है और ये कहा है कि माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने अपने घर पे मुझे आमंत्रित किया था. तो ध्रुव राठी द्वारा जो यूज़ की गई शब्दावली है, वायलेंट है, ट्रोल है, अब्यूजिव है, मुझे उससे दिक्कत है। इसी वजह से मैंने लीगल ओपिनियन लिया और मैंने उन पर डिफेमेशन केस फाइल किया।
This video conversation is also separately available on our YouTube channel, who may want to listen to what he spoke. Dear viewers, I must also tell you, if the summons by the court, by the Saket court, were not enough, Dhruv Rathee, after receiving the summons, is not moved by an inch of an apology. Not an inch of apology, remorse or guilt. After the court summons, like a hardened criminal would do sitting abroad, he goes on to issue open threats to Suresh Nakhua, dehumanizing him, dehumanizing a physically disabled man with choicest taunts, and ridiculing him with intimidating tweets. You must also listen now on our screen the lawyer of Suresh Nakhua, who says Dhruv Rathee will have to remove such references to every individual who he has tormented and thought that he would get away with.
So what we are trying to show the court is that, look, if there is somebody who has a more than 50%, who is disabled to the tune of more than 50%, then that person cannot possibly be violent. The fact that people like him still broadcast in our country when these channels can actually be shut down by way of governmental PR is symptomatic, or rather it shows us that not only freedom of expression but also democracy in India, it's alive and kicking, right?
Because he's been raking millions and millions of views with the help of either YouTube or a political party. I would repeat, with millions of views, either with the support of YouTube or by a political party he endorses. Dhruv Rathee's tasteless and bullying nature is not just restricted to his latest tweets. We at the New Indian also are in possession of the court plea by Mr. Suresh Nakhua that explains you how he mentally harms his target, the target victims. Dear viewers, please find the plea number page 11 that accuses this man Dhruv Rathee of being highly provocative and making incendiary videos. I quote Mr. Nakhua's plea before the court. Dhruv Rathee's video that spreads like wildfire across digital platforms, he has made bold and unsubstantiated claims against me. The insidious intent behind this video lies in its unfounded insinuation that the plaintiff, that is Suresh Nakhua, is somehow linked to violent and abusive troll activities. That is exactly how Dhruv Rathee makes these unfounded claims to target his people. I again quote, he uses cunningly crafted video. Dhruv Rathee uses cunningly crafted video, a deliberate campaign to besmirch the plaintiff, that is Suresh Nakhua, his integrity, his reputation, in an apparent baseless video made with baseless accusations and malicious connections. Malicious connections that are artfully insinuated. Their primary creator of his video is only an attempt to degrade people, dehumanize people whose ideology does not match with that of. He wants to have far-reaching consequences through his videos. He wants to influence a large part of India today through these videos. His allegations, Mr. Nakhua says in his plea, are absolutely bizarre, and beyond the realm of this video, he wants to forcibly impact persons in this country by defaming certain individuals who he thinks either are a threat to the civil society. Now what happens now in this case? We of course spoke to Suresh Nakhua's lawyer, who told us that Dhruv Rathee will finally have to bow down before the court of this country, before the law of this country, for having influenced either the election outcome or, of course, by targeting those people who may have played a big role somewhere in the political firmament of this country, whose ideology is not matching with that of Dhruv Rathee. So he wants to target them. He wants to finish them with the support of YouTube. If this is not a crime, then what else is? Ladies and gentlemen, as far as our own sources are concerned, I must share this. A very, very high level probe has already been separately commissioned by India's IT ministry against those who either belong to YouTube or maybe are giving this platform for people like him to rack up millions and millions of views for sitting inside the four walls of their room and making such baseless, random accusations to defame people of this country, to break their unity. This probe, I must tell you, will look into all sort of accusations, either of manipulation of the algorithm of YouTube, or maybe also the connivance YouTubers are playing with social media giants. This is a very dangerous precedence that India has got involved into over the past few years or so. There is no level playing field, many believe today, on YouTube. Of course, there have been many past incidents where social media giants were accused of harvesting the information that belonged to people like you and me and misusing that to bring back political parties that either rule this country for 60 long years, from one generation since 1947 to the late 2000s. If this is not the misuse of a platform, then what else is? Now let's take a look of Dhruv Rathee's thumbnails. Over the last 15 such videos that I believe are only an attempt to target a one political party. Of course, you can draw your inferences that who is backing them. If not the social media platform, then which political party? Who gives them the right to not use the regular electoral voting process through the ballot box, but use the social media company to brainwash people? Now let's also ask ourselves questions. Can this country, your country, my country, India, allow a man sitting in a foreign country without research to comment, harm and disturb people sitting in here in India at his own will, at his own free will, and then ensure that it violates the Safety Harbor Act clause of India's IT Act that protects companies like YouTube to generate such phenomenal views? Can that be a reason? My question number one is, can we allow people in world who create defamatory content on social media platforms to just absolve themselves of responsibility by claiming that the content was not targeted towards a specific individual? Can even YouTube or Dhruv Rathee, after allowing Rathee to reach people by making such dangerous statements, unsubstantiated, against a physically disabled man like Suresh Nakhua, get away with? Question number second, will allowing such behavior by a man sitting abroad not create a dangerous precedent where individuals could freely distribute objectionable and damaging content without being held accountable for the potential harm they cause to people like Suresh Nakhua or anyone else as a member of civil society? Question number three, how are they getting the free run by YouTube when the same YouTube slaps the ban on platform like us for showing the killing of Udaipur Taylor? We at the New Indian have already moved the High Court and the proceedings are already going on against YouTube. Question number four, can a billion crore population of this country continue to be misled, misguided by a traveler YouTuber who once was making travel blogs to brainwash innocent, gullible youth and destroy their livelihood by planting such stories, planting such narratives. At least we at the New Indian have always been unbiased. My fifth question, we at the New Indian also want to ask you, when after the summons went viral, why a rabid Islamist who was also booked by several state police offered unsolicited support to Dhruv Rathee and started drumming up support for him? What is his role in this entire controversy? All these 5 questions remain unanswered till the time the courts of this country intervene in what is being manipulated through social media giants like YouTube. We'll continue to bat for the neutrality of the content on YouTube. We are not here to oppose any ideology, any sentiments, but we are here seeking a level playing field, which it is supposed to be everywhere else in the country as well, before or after elections. Till then, keep watching us on the New Indian and also share your comments on this video.
For such fine news breaks and video features from ground on your mobile phones, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, The New Indian, by clicking on the bell icon. Also, follow us on the social media handles on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and Co.